In this tutorial, I'm going to show you the toString method, how to override the toString method. The toString method is there in the Java object class, which can be overridden. If we do not override the toString method, it gives us some detail about the class. Now here I have a class here, shape, and here I have only defined three variables, area, color, and name. Then I extend that class into this circle class. Okay, circle has radius, circumference, and in the constructor I do all the calculation and pass the values here. The area is calculated, the circumference is also calculated. Then I have a method here which is display. Now this display method actually displays everything, all the different variables in this class. Similarly, I have a class rectangle which extends shape again, and here I have width, length, and perimeter, and I do again all the calculation in this class, right? We can see here when we create the object of rectangle, we pass the string name, string color, width, and length, right? And then we do the calculation of the area and perimeter. Again, I have a method here which is display, and I try to display all the values inside this class. Now here the object is created for circle, we pass these three values, then I call c1.display. Now when the values are passed from here in the constructor of circle, all the calculation is done here, right? The area and the circumference is calculated here. So I do not need to write calculate area or calculate circumference methods, right? I'm doing it here for this specific example. Okay, similarly I do the same thing with the rectangle object. I pass rectangle, color, and then width and length, and do the calculation inside the constructor, and I display everything here. So you can see here I am trying to display c1.display and r1.display. Now let us see if I can do one thing here, and here I just try to write c1. Okay, so let us block this one and this one also, and I can do the same here, R1. Now I run this. Now you can see here it shows us toString. You can see here it says toString demo1 dot circle whatever this value is, and then rectangle. Now this is coming from the object class, right? Now we don't want this. What we want here, that when I do something like this, or even if let's say instead of writing this I do this, you will see the toString method comes automatically, r1.to, and the toString method is there. I run it again, and you will see it displays the same thing again. So my requirement here is that when I do something like this, or I just write the object name, it should display everything that was there in the r1.display. Now we are trying to override the toString method that is in the object class, right? So let us see how we can do that. And this toString method returns a string. So we need to see how we can write the toString method. We have the public keyword, then we have the return type which is string, and then we have the name of the method. Now you can see the moment I write this, it gives me this error or warning that you have to override this method, right? So I can click this and I have override. Now it's returning a string, so I need to write the return keyword. Now what I do, I simply copy paste this whole thing here and put it here, right? Now this is a string. You can create the string, I mean whatever shape you want to display. So this is completely a return. It's going to return this complete string. Now I'm going to do the same thing with this was circle class, right? So I have to do it in the rectangle class also. And again you can see here it is asking us to put the keyword override, and I do the same thing once again, return So I have this here, right? This is our toString method. So the only thing that you need to remember is this: public string and toString. The name is toString, has to be exactly like this. Return type is string, and you need to put the override keyword on top of it, right? That's it. And here you just need to return the string, and you can create your own string, whatever you want to display there, right? So now let us come back here, and now okay, let us leave it like that. r1.toString, c1.toString. So now you can see here it says this is a circle, has an area of this color. Now this is coming from the toString method. So this is much easier way to do it. And now I can also do like this. Instead of writing toString, even if I do it like this, still the toString method is called. You can see it is displaying all the same details that we had it in the display method. So this is how you can use the toString method to display the detail of your class, right? So I will just go through it once again. I have a class named shape. Here I only defined 3 different variables: area, color, and name. Then I have a circle class which extends shape. I try to move all the values that are being passed while creating the circle object and doing the calculation inside the circle constructor. Then I have the display method, which we are not using. We are using now the toString method. This is how you write the toString: public string toString, and you override it, right? Here you return the string. Similarly, in the rectangle class, same thing. I have all the values which I get while creating the object, and then I do the calculation here, and then I create the toString method. And here you can call the toString method using 2 different ways. You just write the object name, still toString is called, or you write c1.toString, r1.toString. It will do the same thing. You can see here, this is how it displays.